poverty in Los Angeles. According to citydata.com, people who live in poverty do not get the help that they need and to be able to support their families. We live in a city that has the highest number of people living in poverty. And as students and future leaders of this world and of the city, or maybe even this country, we should be able to know what to do in order to help these people out to lower the numbers of poverty. I am a student who lives in poverty. With my family's income last year of negative 197, I live far below the poverty line. Poverty is real, and the person sitting next to you might be experiencing it. When we talk about poverty, we're talking about financial stability, education, and homelessness. First, I will talk to you about financial stability and education. Secondly, I will tell you what causes these two things to be part of poverty. And lastly, I will tell you what we can do to help this situation. Everyone knows the basics about poverty. A family who can't afford to pay for rent or just the bills, or a person living in the streets. But we don't know how it even ties up with education at times. LA is home to a lot of people living in poverty. And as an effect, a lot of people who live in poverty have kids who have to send their schools where the poverty need is real. According to, many families in Los Angeles are low income. Some are living below the poverty line. According to citydata.com, 22.1% of families are living below the poverty line. Residents of Los Angeles live below the poverty level. Most families live in poverty struggle. Some kids hardly even see their parents because their parents are working 2 jobs, and they're sometimes with a babysitter, and that causes an effect on the children because the parent is not there to help them all the way. Education has played a big part in poverty. The student need index, which is this picture I have here, shows this Los Angeles School Unified District. That is the whole LAU school. It's divided into 7 districts. As you can see, the orange dots are high need schools, and the red dots are highest need schools. And as you can see around the South Los Angeles and East Los Angeles area, there's a lot more highest need schools, and that's our area. We're near East Los Angeles. South Los Angeles is where I live. And I went to a highest need school, and it would be right around it. And most of these students, when they're taken account into the student need index, according to the LA School Report last updated on May 1st, 2014, the index establishes a new method of rating schools by need, based on a variety of factors, including neighborhood conditions that affect the lives of students, like gun injuries and access to resources. People living in poverty do not choose to live in poverty. It's something that they're born to, or something that they have to be forced into. Most people who are living in poverty, some of them are families who migrated to this country, were forced to work minimum wage jobs to support their family because they don't have an education to give their families what they need. Some are born into poverty, meaning that they have a long lifeline of their families being poor and low income. And lastly, a lot of people fall into poverty because of the shift in the economy. A lot of jobs have been lost, meaning forcing parents to look for jobs or work other jobs far below the minimum wage, which is in my area, South Los Angeles, it's a big problem. There are lots of families who are working for $5 an hour. So when it comes to their income, they don't even get $1,000 back. Students do not get the best education either. The education system around poverty areas are really harsh. Most students who attend schools around the poverty area, which is around South Los Angeles, East Los Angeles, like that, those students are known to be, most students are either low income, foster youth, meaning they don't have parents, and last, English language learners. meaning that they come from another country and they're forced into a school where the language is pure English. And those schools do not have resources to help those students in need. So there's not a lot of resources. A lot of schools are being built, but do not have the proper stuff to help. It's just a general education school. And we need more help for these students. According to edsource.com, last updated in April 19, 2014, LAUSD is the biggest district in Los Angeles, with 1,000 schools and more being built. The LCAP, local control funding, is supposed to help these students with low income, stuff like that, give money to these schools to help and to bring more resources. But this is a plan, LCFF is a plan that's been started since 2014. And we are now in 2016 and nothing has been done or no money has been distributed to these schools to help these people. There is no dead end to poverty. It would only get worse if we let it continue because people are falling into it. Things we could do to help in poverty. So there's a nonprofit organization, United Way of Greater Los Angeles, that helps a lot of people in this poverty. They help in the 3 issues, which is education, financial stability, and the last one is helping homeless veterans get into a house. Helping homeless veterans get into a house. And what we could do as people, as students of Costa de Ley, is actually maybe even team up with organizations like United Way or Garesen to help, and United Way hosts a lot of projects. So they host a home walk, which is they do a 5K walk to help. And maybe Costa de Ley could start up a team, or just even start up tutoring programs that we could take over there to the high-need schools where we could tutor these students, because most of these students are far below, are testing far below basic and tested. And then, of course, we could do the basic, which is the act of kindness, helping out, volunteering, going into soup kitchens, donating what we don't need anymore to families who are far more in need than us. Today I spoke to you. Poverty is big, whether it may be financial stability, education, or homelessness. It is something that is unavoidable for the people experiencing it. Today I spoke to you about 2 types of issues. Secondly, I told you about some things we could do. And lastly, I gave you some solutions. We should not ignore this problem, thinking it will go away. Poverty is a big issue in Los Angeles. In addition, if we do not do anything about it, it will just get worse.